Hi guys, this is Ray, and welcome back to Nintendo Talks. And in today's video, I actually want to talk about the recent PlayStation State of Play that Sony did yesterday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And basically, the State of Play was basically Sony's version of a Nintendo Direct. And basically, recently, Sony actually announced that they were not going to be going to E3 this year. And that was kind of shocking for a lot of Sony fans because Sony has been at every E3 for the past over 20 years now. But Sony did clarify that E3 was kind of losing its luster in statements they made, and that they were actually going to be doing kind of different ways in order to show off their content, similar to the way that Nintendo does with Nintendo Directs. And we kind of got that yesterday with Sony's State of Play on the PlayStation YouTube channel. But unfortunately, in my opinion, the Sony PlayStation State of Play was kind of disappointing. And I feel like a lot of other people actually have the same opinion. So we're going to kind of go over the content that was showed in the State of Play and kind of give my overall thoughts on the presentation. So the State of Play is very much like a Nintendo Direct. You have kind of like slides going through and stuff through different like announcements and like content and different trailers and stuff like that. And yeah, they showed Crash Team Racing Nitro Field on the PlayStation 4, and they showed a new trailer of that, and it looks really nice. Again, though, it's not really a new announcement, or even like, any additional content, I don't think. I don't know, the trailer was kind of confusing. Like, when I watched it, like, it didn't really look like they, like, announced anything new. In my estimation, it just looked like they kind of showed like another trailer of Crash Team Racing and stuff. But I don't know, maybe I missed something or something like that. Who knows? But they also showed new information on Days Gone. Well, basically, again, just a new trailer and stuff. And again, it's cool. We're excited for these games. But again, it's not really a new announcement and stuff like that. And they also showed a lot of VR stuff, including Iron Man VR, which at first I think a lot of people were kind of expecting to be like a Iron Man superhero game in the vein of like Spider-Man on the PS4. And I think fans were kind of disappointed to realize that it was just a VR game. But yeah, that was announced. And we also got No Man's Sky VR, which was kind of interesting. And what I've noticed with No Man's Sky is, even though the game like really had a rough start and a rough launch, and it launched pretty much incomplete, the developers have really tried to like fix what they did basically with a lot of updates and upgrading the game and stuff like that. And I guess I can kind of like, say, okay, that's cool and stuff, like you're fixing the game like later on and stuff, or you're at least trying to basically like fix the game via updates and stuff. But still, I think the game should have been complete at launch, and I still think it's kind of bad that it wasn't complete at launch with what the game was originally supposed to be and stuff. Yeah, but basically there was a lot of VR stuff, a lot of just trailers of like games that we kind of already know about, and games that we were already kind of anticipating and going to kind of buy anyway. There wasn't any new information on Death Stranding or Ghost of Tsushima or The Last of Us 2 or anything like that, which was kind of disappointing. But then again, they didn't really need to show that stuff. I mean, they could very well do another State of Play around E3 time, even though they're not doing E3. But it would be kind of nice to at least have one big PS4 announcement, like just one big, like first-party exclusive game that's coming to the PlayStation 4, like maybe even this year or next year, just one big announcement. And unfortunately, we didn't really get that. I mean, the closest thing we almost got to that was the Iron Man VR, but a lot, like I said, there's just a lot of VR stuff and stuff like that. Basically, like even with like Nintendo's Direct and stuff, like the Nintendo Direct that they had in February that Nintendo had, they even showed like a lot of new announcements, and it wasn't even an E3. They showed Super Mario Maker 2, and they showed The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake on the Nintendo Switch. But even then, even if Nintendo only showed like Super Mario Maker 2 in that Direct that they had in February, I personally still would have been happy that they at least showed one big game. And the same goes for Sony. If Sony just showed like one big announcement, or heck, even showed like new details on like one game, let's say The Last of Us 2, a new trailer for that, a new gameplay showcase or something like that, then that would have been really much appreciated. But unfortunately, this was kind of disappointing for Sony's first kind of Nintendo Direct style state of play kind of thing they did. And I hope that Sony can kind of do better if they do a state of play in June and around E3 time, even though they're not doing E3. So that's kind of my hope, is that they're kind of saving a lot of their big stuff and announcements for state of play in like around a June release or something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes and stuff. But yeah. So overall, yeah, that's my thoughts on the PlayStation Sony State of Play. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.